Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here with me today. We're going to talk about something that's on a lot of your minds: learning English. Now, I want you to think about learning English not as a boring school subject, but as an exciting adventure, a journey. Like any great journey, it's full of amazing new sights, new experiences, and yes, sometimes a few challenges along the way. When you first start, you're probably full of energy and excitement, right? You're thinking about all the cool things you'll be able to do: watch movies without subtitles, chat easily with people from all over the world, or maybe even get that dream job that needs English. Imagine this. You're sitting in a cafe in a new city, and you confidently order your coffee in English. Or you're laughing along to a joke in an English TV show, understanding every word. Maybe you're giving a presentation at work, and your international colleagues are impressed by your clear English. These are the beautiful destinations on your English learning journey. And guess what? This journey, this adventure, you don't have to do it alone. That's what we're going to explore today. The fog of learning, common challenges on the path. But let's be honest. Sometimes this journey can feel a bit foggy. You might feel lost or like you're walking in circles. Does any of this sound familiar? First, there's the big question: where do I even start? There are so many apps, websites, books, and courses out there. It's like standing in front of a giant buffet with thousands of dishes. You want to try everything, but you don't know what's good for you or what to pick first. This feeling of being overwhelmed can stop you before you even begin. You might think, there's just too much. I can't possibly learn all of this. And that lack of a clear plan, a system, can make you feel stuck. Then maybe you've been learning for a while. You've learned a lot of words, a lot of grammar rules. But when you try to speak or write, it all feels like a jumbled mess. I've learned so much, but it's still confusing. This is a really common feeling. It's like you have all the pieces of a puzzle, but you can't quite see how they fit together to make a clear picture. You might know a grammar rule, but using it in a real conversation, that's a different story. This can be frustrating because you're putting in the effort, but you're not seeing the progress you want. And what about when you hit a wall? You're making good progress, and then suddenly it feels like you're not getting any better. What do I do when I get stuck? This is called a plateau, and it happens to almost everyone learning a language. Your listening skills might be improving, but your speaking is still slow. Or you can read quite well, but writing an email still takes forever. It's easy to lose motivation when you feel like you're not moving forward, no matter how hard you try. Finally, let's talk about something really important: staying motivated. It's so hard to keep going alone. Learning a language takes time and consistent effort. There will be days when you're tired, busy, or just don't feel like studying. If you're learning all by yourself, it's very easy to say, "Oh, I'll just skip today." And then one day becomes two, then a week, and before you know it, you've stopped. Without someone to encourage you, to share your successes and struggles with. The journey can feel very lonely and much, much harder. If any of these challenges sound like your experience, please know you're not alone. These are the common bumps in the road, the foggy patches on the English learning journey. But what if I told you there's a way to navigate through the fog to smooth out the bumps? The importance of a guide, your lighthouse and compass. Think about it. If you're sailing across a huge ocean, you need a lighthouse to show you where the land is, right? And you need a compass to make sure you're going in the right direction. If you're climbing a big mountain, a guide who knows the path can save you from dangerous mistakes and help you reach the top safely and more efficiently. Learning English is very similar. A good guide can make all the difference. They can help you avoid common mistakes, show you the most effective ways to learn, and keep you on track when you feel lost or want to give up. A guide isn't there to do the walking or climbing for you, but they are there to show you the best path, to offer support, and to share their experience. This is where having a reliable resource, a trusted companion, becomes so important. You need someone or something that can act as your lighthouse, guiding you towards your goals, and as your compass, always pointing you in the right direction. This is the core idea, the main reason why having a structured approach and support system is so valuable. We believe that with the right guidance, your journey can be smoother, more enjoyable, and ultimately more successful. And that's exactly what we aim to be for you, your professional guide on this exciting English learning journey. Your personal learning map and navigation system. How we can help. So, how can a channel like this one be that guide for you? How can we be your learning map and your navigation system? Let me break it down. 1. A systematic learning plan, from A to Z, step by step. One of the biggest problems we talked about is not knowing where to start or feeling like your learning is all mixed up. That's why a systematic, structured plan is key. Imagine you're building a house. You can't just start putting up walls anywhere, can you? You need a blueprint, a plan. You start with the foundation, then the walls, then the roof. Learning a language is similar. There's a natural order to things. Here, we focus on providing you with content that builds on itself, from the basics to more advanced topics. This could be through series of lessons. Maybe we have a series on common grammar mistakes, starting with the simplest ones and moving to more complex ones. Or a series on how to improve your pronunciation, focusing on 1 or 2 sounds each time. Themed learning weeks or months. For example, 1 month we might focus on English for travel, covering vocabulary for airports, hotels, and ordering food. Another month could be English for work, with tips on writing emails or participating in meetings. Graded material recommendations. We can suggest books, articles, or videos that are at the right level for you. If you're a B1 learner, you don't want to be struggling with super advanced academic texts, nor do you want to be bored with material that's too easy. We help you find that sweet spot. The goal is to make sure the content is connected and progressive. This way, you're not just learning random facts. You're building a strong foundation and then adding new knowledge brick by brick, creating a solid structure of English in your mind. This helps you understand how different parts of the language fit together, making it easier to use what you learn. 2 answers to your questions. No more confusion. Another big challenge is when you have a question, a doubt, and there's no one to ask. You get stuck on a grammar point, or you don't understand why a certain word is used in a particular way. This can really slow down your progress and make you feel frustrated. A good guide is there to answer your questions. How can we do that? Regular Q&A sessions. Maybe we do live sessions where you can ask questions in real time. Or we have a dedicated segment where we answer questions sent in by listeners. Responding to comments and messages. If you leave a comment with a question, we'll do our best to give you a clear and helpful answer. Dedicated learning communities. Perhaps there's an online group, like a Facebook group or a Discord server, connected to the channel. In these communities, you can ask questions not just to us, but also to other learners. Sometimes, another learner who has just figured out the same problem can explain it in a way that's really easy to understand. We promise to provide timely and effective help for the specific problems you face. No question is too small or too silly. If you're wondering about it, chances are other learners are too. Getting your doubts cleared quickly means you can move on with confidence. 3. Sharing useful resources. Your toolkit for success. The internet is full of English learning resources. But which ones are actually good? Which ones are right for your level and your goals? It can take hours to search and filter. A good guide has already done a lot of that work for you. We can share efficient learning tools. These could be great dictionary apps, flashcard systems for vocabulary, or tools to help you practice your pronunciation. Recommendations for quality apps and websites. There are some fantastic apps out there for practicing listening, speaking, reading, or writing. We can point you towards the ones that we know are effective and user-friendly. Curated English content. We might recommend specific podcasts, besides this one, of course. YouTube channels, news websites, or even TV shows and movies that are suitable for B1 learners and can make learning fun. The key here is practicality and effectiveness. We won't just throw a long list of links at you. We'll explain why a particular resource is good and how you can use it best to improve your English. This saves you time and energy so you can focus on actual learning. 4. Creating a positive learning atmosphere. You're part of a team. Remember that feeling of being alone in your studies. It's a real motivation killer. But what if you felt like you were part of a team, a community of people all working towards the same goal? That's what we want to create, a positive and supportive learning atmosphere. How? Community interaction. Encouraging discussions in comment sections or in our online groups. When you see others sharing their experiences, asking questions, and celebrating small wins, it makes you feel connected. Learning challenges or study groups. Maybe we organize a 30-day vocabulary challenge or help learners connect to form small study groups. Working with others can be incredibly motivating. Sharing success stories. Hearing about how other learners have overcome challenges and achieved their English goals can be very inspiring. It shows you that it is possible. Regular encouragement. Through our content, we'll always aim to be encouraging and positive. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint, and a little bit of encouragement can go a long way on those tough days. We want you to feel that sense of belonging, that you're part of a community. When you know there are others on the same journey, sharing the ups and downs, it makes it much easier to stay motivated and keep moving forward. You're not just a passive listener, you're an active member of a learning family. So, to sum it up, a systematic plan helps you know what to learn and in what order. Q&A support clears up your confusion. Useful resources give you the right tools. And a positive atmosphere keeps you motivated and feeling supported. This is how we aim to be your complete navigation system for your English learning journey. The journey continues. Challenges and rewards. It's important to remember that learning English, like any worthwhile journey, will always have its mix of challenges and rewards. There will be days when you feel like you're flying, and days when you feel like you're wading through mud. That's perfectly normal. The challenges are what we've discussed: finding the right path, understanding complex grammar, building vocabulary, staying motivated, and overcoming the fear of making mistakes. These are the hills you have to climb. But oh, the rewards! The view from the top of those hills is incredible. The reward of connection, being able to communicate with people from different cultures, to understand their perspectives, and to share your own. This opens up a whole new world of friendships and understanding. The reward of access. Access to information. So much of the world's knowledge, research, and entertainment is in English. Imagine being able to read books, articles, and news from all over the globe in their original language. The reward of opportunity. Better job prospects, the ability to travel more confidently, or the chance to study abroad. English can be a key that unlocks many doors. The reward of personal growth. Learning a language challenges your brain, improves your memory, and boosts your confidence. Every time you understand something new or successfully express yourself in English, it's a small victory that builds your self-esteem. Think about the first time you understand a song in English without looking at the lyrics, or the first time you have a simple conversation with a native speaker and they understand you perfectly. These moments are pure gold. They are the fuel that keeps you going. The journey is not just about reaching the destination, fluency, perhaps. It's also about what you learn and who you become along the way. Every mistake is a lesson. Every challenge overcome makes you stronger. Let's walk this path together with Elephant English. So, as we've explored today, your English learning journey doesn't have to be a lonely struggle through a confusing fog. With the right guide, the right map, and the right companions, it can be an exciting, manageable, and incredibly rewarding adventure. We truly believe that. We believe that by providing a clear structure, answering your questions, sharing the best resources, and fostering a supportive community, we can help you navigate the challenges and celebrate the successes. We want to be that reliable partner for you. And that's why I'm so excited to officially invite you to make Elephant English your guide on this journey. Here at Elephant English, our mission is to provide you with clear, practical, and encouraging content specifically designed for learners like you, who are around the B1 level and want to move forward with confidence. We understand the specific hurdles you face, and we're dedicated to creating lessons, tips, and resources that directly address them. Whether it's breaking down tricky grammar, helping you expand your vocabulary in a memorable way, or giving you the courage to start speaking more, Elephant English is here to support you every step of the way. We're not just about teaching English. We're about building your confidence and helping you discover the joy of learning. So, if you're ready to turn your English learning struggles into a more guided and enjoyable experience, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel, join our community if we have one, and engage with our content. Let us be your lighthouse and your compass. Let us walk with you, side by side, as you move towards your English learning goals. Together, we can make this journey a successful and memorable one. Think of us as your friendly, knowledgeable elephant, strong, steady, and always there to help you carry the load and find the best path through the jungle of English learning. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm looking forward to embarking on this journey with you. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.